Hi, this is Avit Bansal. I'm an author and a life coach in the art of conscious living. I've made myself available here with just one simple intention to spread the right awareness about this particular phenomenon of life that people or the world calls as manifestation. So, in the recent time, I have received a lot of requests from the people who are onto their active manifestation journey, whether it's their specific person, the wealth, the health, the career growth, and whatnot. And the request was they are looking for a very specific manifestation journal, but in the market they were not finding any. Most of the manifestation journals are very generic. They are all bells and whistles but no structure. So in the recent time, from the past 2 weeks, I have been working upon the same, and I have finally was able to create a manifestation journal which I on the similar lines used in my past when I was just starting in my journey in manifestation world. But before I tell you how to journal when it comes to your manifestation, your desires, your personal life, I would like to tell you something about manifestation so that at least you understand how journaling can actually improve and how you can actually do the journaling with respect to your manifestation. So, as the Neville rightly said, we live in a world that mirrors our inner state. Every conditions we see, every person we meet, every experience we call it as real is actually but a reflection, an outpicturing of what we are conscious of being. So in life, in its vast complexity, it is not happening to you. It is happening through you. It is your own consciousness made available or visible. So manifestation is not an act of creating something new. It is not about forcing outcomes or maybe bending the world to your will. It's a quite an art of becoming aware of what already exists within you and within your own consciousness. Everything you could ever desire, whether it's love, freedom, abundance, or health, already exists in its perfect form and within your own imagination. So, your task is not to make it happen, but to awaken to that possibility only. And you must have heard this phrase, you do not attract what you want, you attract what you're conscious of being. And even Neville was pointing out to this fact. Waiting is of the outer mind thing. Our outer mind always speaks the language of lack. However, by just being, that is the language of truth. That declares that I am. And whatever I am, when you feel yourself to be what you desire, the world rearranges itself to mirror to that particular assumption. It cannot do otherwise, for consciousness is the only creative power out there, and that is your own consciousness. Even within you, there is a feeling of being loved. Life arranges itself to mirror love, and this is how life works. And it is the only law, the law of consciousness, which is eternal, impersonal, and yet exact. It does not judge between good or bad, maybe worthy or unworthy. It simply reflects your inner state of being. So if you wish to see a different image, you do not break the mirror. You change the expression that you wear. Simply, there's no one to change but us. So it's all about inner transformation. So manifestation begins not in effort, but in awareness, not in striving to make things happen, but in knowing that all things already exist in your infinite imagination. Then rest of the things is the inner work to turn from appearances of the world and simply dwell in the unseen reality that you wish to experience in this world. So the secret then is just simple: to shift your inner state, to dwell in the end, to wish the to maybe live in the wish fulfilled, to be honest. And this is not a make believe, it is a creative belief. When you live in an assumption of your fulfilled desire, you align with it. And it's this is how the reality works. But the most important point here is that this is the exact point where most people struggle. They understand this idea, what we have just spoken right now. They completely understand it. They repeat the affirmations, they visualize the outcome, yet their mind remains restless. Their faith wavers. Their feelings are inconsistent. The mind jumps between desired and the feared ones, between belief and doubt. And this happens to most of the people, which I've even talked to on a daily basis. So, and every time it swings back to fear, the seed is unsettled every time. The soil of consciousness is stirred before the roots can take hold. The roots cannot take hold because we are shifting between desired and feared, between belief and doubt. So, it is not that the law has failed, it is the attention has wandered. For where your attention rests, there your reality grows. It is as simple as that. To manifest is to sustain the feeling of wish fulfilled without contradiction. To remain inwardly completely faithful to your unseen vision, to be honest. And so arises this particular question. How does one remain steady in that inner assumption or inner knowing? Or how do we hold the desired state when the senses completely shows us the different thing? Or how do we train the mind or the subconscious mind to stay faithful to the unseen reality until it solidifies? And this is exactly where journaling comes into the play. Neville Goddard, in his work, The Power of Awareness, he said this: the great secret is a controlled imagination and a well sustained attention, firmly and repeatedly focused on the feeling of wish fulfilled until it fills the mind and crowds all the other ideas out of your own consciousness. And this is what he said: well sustained attention, firmly and repeatedly focused. The goal of repeatedly visiting and sustaining the feeling of wish fulfilled is to make that new state feel natural to you and habitual. So once your assumption is no longer a wish but a natural feeling of yourself, is a part of just your own being, then the world starts to change. And he often stated this particular thing as well: you must make your future dream a present fact. And this is exactly where journaling comes into the play. But the question is, why does writing have such power? If you do a journaling, you're writing on a piece of paper. Why does it have such power? Most of the people just completely ignore this realization and they just simply go on writing upon a maybe piece of paper. The writing has such power because it gathers the scattered energies of your mind. Your thoughts are fleeting, but in words, when you write it with attention. Whatever you have in your mind, you collect it in your mind, then you mm, channelize through your hand into the piece of paper. Words written with attention crystallize your imagination into form. So when you write, you hold an idea long enough to take root. You give it a texture, a rhythm, a clarity. Your subconscious does not resist this process. It receives it as a truth. For the act of writing convinces your inner being that what is written is already is. And this is why you must have seen in the sacred tradition, they always use the written words because writing is the bridge between invisible and the visible thing. So just think of your journal as a mirror, not of what you see outside, but who you are being inside. Each page shows you the state of most that you often return to. It will tell you, are you writing from the fear or the faith? Or maybe from lack or the completion? So Neville often said to this particular thing, he said, you will know your state by the words that rise uninvited in your mind. And journaling exactly allows you to see those words. It exposes your inner dialogue that silently creates your world. And once it is seen, you are free to change it. But before that, we are not able to see it. And how can I change something which I cannot see? For the consciousness cannot transform what it refused to observe. It is as simple as that. So the journals I have made, let me show you a page of it. It is a manifestation journal, the complete guide to your desire into being. In the page, you'll see the becoming journal. It has set of prompts that will be asked from you to write upon it. And it starts with the intention for the today, right to the free reflection part of it. And this is just a one side of page. Everything that you do in your life, it has a structure. Whatever you do, it starts in your mind, in your imagination. Everything that exists in this world first existed in your imagination only. It started with your imagination. The imagination converted into thoughts. Then thoughts converted into daydreaming. Maybe in the form of visualization that I do, where I think about the events, how it's going to be. Then that vision converts into our speech. Our speech then finally comes out into the form of writing. And this is how we do in the world. It all starts with the imagination. So this page has actually, I designed in that particular way only. Everything starts in imagination. So the first part is intention for today. It invokes a feeling in you to think about it. It creates a spark that ignites everything, that starts everything. So for today, if I want to get more wealth in my life, so what would be my intention for today? So I would set my intention. For I'm writing this journal, I'll write this as follows: intention for today, to feel the feeling of wish fulfilled, that I am already that which I am. Maybe I have a good business, maybe I have six-figure balance in my account, or anything like whatever you think is the definition of wealth. Everyone has different definition of wealth. So write that intention for today. Now the seed has been put in my mind. Now that process from imagination to the physically manifested world has begun. Now second is, how would I feel right now? Now I invoke the feeling. Now I invoke that part of mine that will start visualizing things. How would I feel right now then? Then I'll imagine if I have six-figure balance in my account, or maybe I have a good business, then I would feel a very good person about me. Maybe I'll feel wealthy, that I can afford anything. Maybe I'll feel that I have a business, that 50% are working under me, then I'll feel a responsibility of handling those 50 people. And for the people who are doing their specific person manifestation, how would I feel? I would feel my partner would be sleeping in my home and I'm outside working, and I'm working for her or working for him. I would take that responsibility and feel good about it. I'll feel proud about it. I'll feel a sense of completion. Then I write upon it that I'm feeling this right now. Now comes to the visualization scene. Now you finally make it concretized in your mind. What would you do the visualization scene today? And I'm not telling you to sleep upon this. All you have to do, just as you are writing this journal, you just create a small visualize. You don't have to close your eyes, just daydreaming like a thing. What would you visualize? I would visualize that I am standing in my office, I'm the boss, I have my own business, client is sitting in front of me with a very good deal, and when I look through the window, I see 50 of my employees working in my own company which I have bought. Or maybe I'm a very good influencer, then I'll visualize myself in a big room sitting with other influencers who are looking up to me and they're waiting for me to speak. Just by sitting there, I'll just imagine without closing my eyes, and I just write it down. Now come to the last part of it, the affirmation. Affirmation now, from the mind to imagination to my affirmations through my words. Now I would like to affirm it that I have a six-figure business which I am very proud of and my parents are proud of, and I'm earning this amount of money every year, every month, and I'm blissfully married to my partner with the blessings of our parents. Whatever you wish to write upon it, from imagination to the feeling to your affirmed words. Now comes the very ultimate part, to the manifested world. That is your writing. Now, in the free reflection part, I would write anything. I would create a scene. How would I feel if I have a six-figure business? Then I'll write down that in free reflection that today I had a client meeting, and it feels great to have a very good business in this particular field, and I have 50 employees. I'm still looking to hire 10 more, which I'm oftenly looking in the market to hire. I've talked to HR about it because I'm the owner of the company. Next, my business move would be to, you will create a scene. You'll write your free fiction, whatever you wish to write. What you are trying to do, you're trying to give it a texture. You're giving it a kind of a flexibility or imagination, that you're defining each and every part, just like a painting. First you draw the outline, then you color it, so minutely that you're giving it a definition. And also in the next page of this journal there's a free reflection page, and you go on and on and on till you're satisfied. Now if you're doing this page diligently, it would take you 10 to 15 minutes. Now you have successfully sustained the feeling of wish fulfilled for maybe 10 to 20 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. And the best thing in this part of this journaling is, I would prefer this journaling when you're about to sleep. Just like doing sats. What you do, if you think you will be sleeping in 30 minutes from this time, I would pick up this journal and I fill it maybe in 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and I'll go down to sleep in that feeling that what I deserve or what I want to become, I am already that, by filling this particular journal, and I'll sleep on it. Sleep in the feeling of wish fulfilled. Then I'll sleep on it. The mood that you carry just before you sleep create your reality. And this is actually what would I do. Well, you can make this journal day and night, every day, maybe in the afternoon, whatever your time to choose. But what I would suggest you, do it before just asleep, so that you set the mood for the rest of the 8 or 9 hours. Now, for this journal, you have successfully held your attention on a particular feeling of wish fulfilled on your desire for 15 minutes while you are feeling it. Now I'll carry that mood and sleep on it. For the next 8 or 9 hours, when my active mind, when my conscious mind is sleeping, my subconscious mind will be accepting the ideas for next or 8 or 9 hours. The same idea which I have feeded him just before the sleep. And this is the success of SATs, and this is the success of manifestation. And this is how exactly journaling should be. Not a piece of paper where you're writing your affirmation 15 times, 3 times, 6 times, 9 times. No. It should be very, very, very meaningful. It should have a structure. So this was my intention of creating this video, to tell you about this journal and how to do journaling in your life. And if you wish to access these manifestation journals which I have created several of them. All have unique structure, all have completely guidance system, a 20-page guidance system in which you will be learning how to do journaling, how to get more things about manifestation. You can visit to my website, and even you can get the paperback physical copies, or you can even get the digital access or digital PDF versions as well, which I have created for the people who love writing on the digital pads, iPads, and tablets, having stylus or pens. Although these journals are available on Amazon and various platforms, all of their links you can find it on my website. And if you have a very specific situation or condition in your life, a very specific, over which you want me to make a journal as per your own particular situation, feel free to drop into the comment section or contact me on my website itself. I'll be more than happy to create that particular journal for you. And always remember, life is not happening to you, it is happening through you.